What is up, everybody? Matt here, back again with another video of my thoughts on. Today I want to talk about the Michael Jackson Show 1 not having an official soundtrack release. I'm a big Cirque du Soleil fan. I really love their work. I think what they do artistically is the absolute best in live performance. What they do is such a great integration of all aspects of art, and it's an incredible spectacle. I've seen it live a couple times. I've seen the show Mystere, I've seen Zumanity, I've seen the Michael Jackson Show, and I've seen the Beatles Love 4 times. And I'm always on the lookout on tour to see if they're coming around or anything like that, because I think they're really good. But the Michael Jackson Show, there is no official soundtrack for one. Immediately after I saw the show, I got out of it and I thought, wow, this was great, it's fantastic. I go to the gift shop and I'm like, where's the soundtrack for the show? And they go, well, we don't have one for this show, but we have one for the tour that they did a couple years ago. So in a way, it does have an official release. There just isn't one for the official residency show. And for those of you that don't know, Cirque du Soleil did a touring version of the Michael Jackson Show called Immortal before setting up the one show in Las Vegas. And the shows are different, but obviously created from the same pool of content. Now, it's not uncommon for soundtracks, obviously, to not include everything. And there's stuff that's missing from the one performance, and there's stuff added to it because the Immortal show was longer. So they had more material that they could put in it. So you don't get all the songs that are featured in the Vegas performance, but you get more songs. So I guess you get bonus tracks in a way. I think the reason that they don't want to do it probably comes down to money. But it does kind of irk me, that I can't get the music for that one particular performance. I have the Immortal soundtrack and I've listened to it and I think it's great, but it's not what I saw in Vegas, and that's what I want. And again, I think it really just comes down to money. They released 2 versions of the Immortal soundtrack, and they probably just don't see a reason to release technically a third. But there were some great songs in Michael Jackson 1 that I haven't heard since I saw it a couple years ago, and I want to hear that music again. If it were me, if I were in the position of Cirque, which would be very cool, I would say let's do the one soundtrack, but let's just do it as a digital release. Because then you're not actually, I want to say wasting money, but you're not putting money into a physical product. You're just releasing it digitally, and it would probably do pretty good. I mean, Michael Jackson fans are ravenous. They'll buy anything that Jackson or the estate puts out, rather. And kind of myself included in that statement, being a Michael Jackson fan. But the demand is there. I've seen people asking about it in forums and things like that, and even on YouTube, people are like, where's the soundtrack? Or they've been building videos based on clips that they have and stuff. It's a great show, and I would just love personally to have that music. I think it's kind of a disservice that they don't do that. Now, if we could also get Viva Elvis on vinyl, we'd be really talking there, but that's another video. But I really like the Michael Jackson Show. I think they did a lot with it. It was really kind of cool and creative. They kind of dropped the ball with the Thriller sequence. It was cool, but I mean, it was zombies again. And the whole thing about Cirque is that it takes the concept of the show, of what they're dealing with, whether it be the Beatles or Elvis or Baroque music or whatever it is, and they turn it on its head. They do something different with it that you wouldn't expect. And I was thinking, what are they going to do with Thriller? And of course, for Thriller, they did zombies. And so, whatever. I just would have liked to have seen them make a bolder choice than that. But still a great show. I highly recommend it, as do all the Cirque shows. One thing I will recommend, and I can't really put a link to it in the description, I'm sorry, but there's a great Cirque du Soleil movie called Worlds Away, which was released in theaters, and it's kind of like the greatest hits of Cirque. It's clips from, at the time, all the Vegas shows that were in operation when the film was being made. And Viva Elvis was one of them. And it's really cool because Viva Elvis is since closed, so you get a glimpse of what that was supposed to look like. I'm probably going to do a video on what happened with Viva Elvis, just because that's kind of an interesting story too. But yeah, I'm irked that they don't do the one soundtrack. I'm happy with Immortal, but I really, really want that. So anyway, those are my thoughts on one not having an official soundtrack. I will see you guys next time.